Alright, hello everyone, it's Team Rocket Place here with the last episode of our Let's Play Minecraft Together series on my channel, guys. I know it's sad times, but that only means that there's season 2 coming up pretty soon, so it's actually in a few days. So I wanted to do a last episode where we go around and just see everything that I've done, and just in case you guys haven't seen any of my episodes, I want to go around and show you guys everything that we've done. So this is probably the longest series that I have on my channel, and I gotta say it's the funnest. So we got some bad guys over there, but yeah guys, I'm pretty excited to show you guys what I've done. So like I mentioned, I haven't played in actually quite a while, so I'm giving you guys a heads up of what I've done, when I did it, and basically was the last thing that I worked on. But I gotta say that one of the first buildings, or actually it might be the first building that I ever did, was this one over here, which was our little starter house. And by the way, this is what we've done so far. I think it is updated, because yeah, it is updated. This is the last thing we worked on, so we'll get there in a little bit, guys. But yeah, if you guys notice, we have done quite a bit, and for our Rose Kingdom, as I have labeled over there. But yeah guys, so the first building that I've ever done or ever did in this world was actually not in the overworld. Now that I'm remembering, it was actually in the Nether, which I think we should head over there before we get started over here. But I just wanted to give a, you know what I mean, the intro out here, since it's shining nice and bright, sunny. Just want to try to say I haven't done anything back here, never got finished. But just in case that you guys didn't know, actually started the season here in the Nether, since they were going to reset the overworld once I think 1.13 came out, which was the aquatic update. Yeah, because then 1.14 was the pillager update. So we've actually been here for quite a few updates, guys, and I just want to give you guys an idea of what I've done. Like I said, I haven't played in quite a while, and I remember that when I started playing this, guys, I was just so happy being in this server. It was just one of the most amazing things ever, being a part of a server like this, especially watching Hermitcraft for so long, and then just having meeting so many people that were the same, you know what I mean. And yeah, so I remember just starting in this world, and I had quite a few people that I can't remember their name, because they stopped playing not too long after I started playing, and which they helped me a lot, guys, when I started here. And look at that, it seems like it's the overworld, but it's not. It just hasn't loaded. Since there's so much here, guys, it actually is taking a little bit to load everything. But it just gives us a little bit more light to see what we've done. So I remember just starting, and I remember somebody giving me a tour around this area, where everything was, and just to give me like an idea where I should build my base and everything. And I remember I got lost. They showed me, and like I kind of got lost afterwards, just because it's so big, guys. I kind of came late into this season of Let's Play Minecraft Together, which is actually the first season, but it was on for a while before I started. And I remember it was up there. I forgot whose base that is, but they actually helped me out, guys, and they showed me around. And then I didn't know, to be honest, where to, because this area is so big, guys. There's like a station down here, that basically that's the one you use to get everywhere, because everybody built here in the Nether. Everybody was living here in the Nether, since they were gonna reset the overworld. Everybody was just getting the resources that they needed from up there, and then everybody was making their bases up here, or down here more like it. So the Nether is actually a pretty big place, guys. I made a whole episode. And yeah, so there's no griefing, so the actual gas won't destroy anything. Yeah, so this is actually a really big place, and what I'm heading right now is just stuff is not loading, guys. I don't think, is it open right here? Oh yeah, it is open. So what is this? Emis approved. Okay, so it's dance area. And yeah, I made like a few episodes, I think, just showing this area around, just because I wanted you guys to see how amazing some of these guys are at building and it's actually taking quite a while to render, but hopefully by the time that we make it over there and we come back, it should all be rendered. But yeah, I just want to show you guys how amazing some of these buildings are, just in case you guys haven't seen any of my episodes. And where I'm heading right now is actually to the shopping area, the first shopping area that we had, and when I was here at least. And it tends to be a little bit laggy, guys, and it's actually pretty close to Xuma's base where he started. And if you guys don't know who Xuma is, he's basically one of the hermits, one of the main hermits. You could even say he's like the leader of the group in a way. But I had actually a couple stores. I know I had one still available. I had one somewhere around here, and there were so many people that played here, guys. But you guys could tell it's a little bit laggy just because there's so much going on around here. I had a store up here, I believe. Well, this is really laggy, guys, which I apologize. Like I said, this is just a really busy area. But I had this star right here that I fixed up because I started selling glass. That was like my main thing, and then I ended up switching to some prime real estate, which was over here. So Panda Bears, glass, and other item shop. I also started selling kelp blocks, but then people started making their own farms, which yeah, at the end it wasn't selling. But look at this, guys, we got a bunch of diamonds. I don't even remember having all these. Last time I remember that I checked, I didn't have anything, but I'm just gonna collect everything because I want to see how many diamonds I ended up with towards the end. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys. I'll just keep those in my inventory. But this was like an amazing place, guys. I remember everybody that was playing here. There's so many people playing here. For example, Mike, he was selling shulkers right here. Shulkers, I can't even say the name. But like I said, it is gonna be a little bit laggy, so I apologize. But I'm just gonna take you guys down to the main mall, and it's a little bright down here with the shaders. But I'm just bringing you guys down here to the main mall where everything went down. I remember going here back and forth so many times. Man, it's so laggy, so I apologize about that. I'll try to go a little bit slow, that way it's not like too harsh on your eyes. But this was one of the main areas, guys, and I remember I had a couple shops here and there. I used to sell shulkers, so every area has like a specific item. For example, here we got like dirt and stuff like that. Here we got wood related items. Here we got nether items. Here we got stone items. And for example, we got ores, stuff like that, food. And I remember I had a shulker shop, guys, where I used to sell shulkers, and I was selling them probably like 6 to 8 diamonds per shulker. Just because they did and they still do, they have a resettable end where you were able to go shulker hunting, and then like I think every Saturday they would reset it, so you were able to go back on there and start doing stuff. So I remember I had a shop around here. I think it's gonna be these right here. So I had the quartz, and then yeah, Roast Town 707, which was my previous name, and then I switched it to Panda Bear 707. And it seems like we don't have anything. I guess we sold out, or either that or somebody took everything, which not on mine. I mean, I wasn't playing for the longest time. And I was also selling glass, guys. I remember I was selling so many items, and I was having so much fun playing in this world, guys. Man, it's so laggy, guys, so I apologize about that. And then I started selling heads, and I started selling wither skeleton heads, and I was making a lot of money, guys, selling all this. So I made quite a bit of diamonds, to be honest, in this season. I got really into it, guys, and then I started selling glass, which was my main item that I was selling. I don't know if this was me or somebody else, but I think I ended up taking this down because I had my stall up there. And then we also ended up switching the mall. We ended up building another place, and yeah, so I think that's why I took my area down. But there's just so much to see here, guys, that It's gonna take forever to show you guys, so I just want to show you guys right there where I got my first beginnings, I guess you would say. And man, it's just bringing so much memories. I had a lot of fun here. I met a lot of cool people here, and I just wish I could, like, you know what I mean, like, start this all over, which we are. So I'm really looking forward to everything, guys. Everybody hopefully is gonna come back, because a lot of people towards the end stopped playing, just like I did. Obviously, playing for so long, you could only do that. And but it was just really cool playing with everybody here in this server. I ended up joining another one, Impulse's server, but the community wasn't the same. I'm not saying it was bad or anything, but here they're a little bit more like friendly, more together in a way. Like over there, they were cool and everything, but it wasn't like the same. Maybe it's because I started in this server, right? But I don't know, it wasn't the same community in a way. Right here, like, everybody is like always saying hey to everybody else. Everybody's always working with everybody. There's a really good sense of a community in this server. So if you guys ever want to play Java and in the public server, guys, I recommend that you guys join this, because it's just amazing here. I remember I would get lost trying to, like, because I ended up finding, what is that? I think it's a pigman. I ended up finding an area to build my base, and then every time I would go to the shopping mall, I would lose my way back. And I remember I would be going back and forth for like probably like hours at a time trying to find my area, especially down there in the station area, in the subway, I guess you would say. But like I said, it was just fun, because you would just get to see everything, even if you got lost, guys. Like, it wasn't just the Nether, right? Like, you get lost in the Nether. No, it's just, you would just see other people's bases that you would normally not known or seen, you know what I mean, just because you wouldn't have gone through there. But after being here for so long, I ended up just getting familiar with the area, and then I just started doing my own thing here in the Nether. And then once I was, actually, let me show you guys. I want to remember who it was, because I want to give him a shout out, some props. I remember him taking me around here to a bridge, yeah, this one over here, and that actually leads to his base. And I remember he just helped me out a lot, guys. He gave me some supplies that I needed. You know, he gave me it was Nolman, and Holman 94. He was like a great guy. And I remember this is one of the first things that I remember. And he ended up just showing me around, and him just, you know, just going through this bridge. So it brings back so many memories. It's just, I don't know, guys, I'm getting like goosebumps just remembering this time of my life. It was one of the best times ever. And hopefully there's no hole here, because I'm just gonna fall down. But I remember him bringing me over here and just showing me his base, and then him giving me some supplies. He gave me my first elytra. He gave me a few things as well to get started. And I actually, once I was settled in, I remember just bringing him some stuff as a thank you. But like I said, he wasn't here for too long after that. And I remember that one of the first things that he did was he took me up here, and I was like, where am I? Like, I was lost. And then he showed me a little bit more around, and I think I'm lost again. That just shows you guys. Yeah, I think I'm lost. I remember that he had a storage room around here. I probably went the wrong way. No, maybe it wasn't here. Natural. And yeah, so if you guys could see right there, we have Discord connected. And yeah, so yeah, I think this is part of it. I think it was this way. No, it wasn't. He has like a bunch of saplings here. But yeah, guys, this was his area. I can't remember exactly how to get to his storage room. I think it was this way. I just didn't go the right way. Maybe some trees grew or something, because I remember he had his area somewhere around here. But yeah, this guy helped me out so much, guys. I was really grateful. He did so much for me. He got me started, and unfortunately, either he got kicked out of the server or he just stopped playing in general. Because I remember there was like some trouble going on, some problems. and yeah, I never saw him again. Oh yeah, this is the entrance uh to his area. So it was really cool. I remember I left a shulker right here and basically just gave him a thanks. So this is really cool of him, and I just want to give him a little shout out since he did so much for me. There was a lot of people that did a lot for me, guys, and it seems like there's a lot of lighting errors. I think it's due to shaders, guys. I don't have the right version of shaders, but I remember this tree. I remember this tree even in watching one of Suma's videos. I remember seeing this tree and him saying how crazy it was and how cool it was, and it is, guys. Like when I saw this, I was like, I don't know if I'm good enough to be in this server. I don't think I'm worthy. So I really wanted to prove myself. So he just pointed me to this direction, and this is where all the newer people, I guess, were coming to. I ended up meeting Utopian. He was actually pretty good too, cool guy. I actually got to talk to him quite a bit. Also Barbarison, I think his name was. He was another guy that actually gave me a lot. I think he's the one that gave me armor and an extra Electra. He was trying to give me like Electra, but I told him I had one because I felt bad, guys. You know what I mean? Everybody giving me stuff like that, but I think he gave me the armor, and then he just gave me a bunch of stuff in the tour. So it was really cool. So then yeah, we head over here. And I remember just walking through here, guys, and just being amazed of how crazy everybody's base was. And yeah, it's this one right here. This is Barbarison's place. He actually was working more in the overworld, and then he even had this really crazy trading station, guys. So I remember just seeing this giant hole and then him working on this, and I was like, what? How good are these people? And I spent a lot of time right here, guys, in this trading hall, especially towards the end, once I started realizing that I could get glass from some of these villagers. So I remember just going through these through the subway right here, back and forth, lost, guys, trying to find this area. Yeah, because this is basically where I started getting all my my tools and stuff prepared, you know what I mean, with all my enchantings and everything. So then I got to meet Barbarison, and I'm sorry for the lighting, guys. It's actually really bad. I wonder, I don't have one on me, but what if I have this right here? Yeah, there we go. We can see a little bit better, but all right, so we're almost at the top right here of Barbarison's little area, guys, and then I'll show you guys where I started making my base. So I came here. I remember walking through here, and then I wanted to be close to somebody. I didn't want to be too far away because I wanted to get like inspired by somebody else. And I remember I forgot this guy's name, but I remember this guy was building at the same time that I was. So every time, I think he lived like a different area than I did, just because I think in a different time zone, just because he wouldn't really play when I was on. Every time I would log on, he would have something done more to his base. And then this is mine right here, guys. This is what I ended up doing as my first build here in this server. And actually I was really happy with it at the beginning. Now that I'm looking at it, it's like, what is that? So I apologize to my neighbors for them to have to see this. But yeah, right here there was this just a bunch of netherrack. So I took a bunch of netherrack down, guys, in order to actually get started. But I remember that I built this tree right here because I wanted to make it like I said, guys, I wanted to prove myself. I wanted people to, you know what I mean, to be like, oh, okay, that guy fits, you know. I wanted people to be like, oh, he's actually good and stuff like that. But I remember just starting this tree right here because he had one up there, and I kind of wanted to keep it going. And then I didn't know what to do here at the front, so I knew I was gonna do my base up there. And then this was my starter base, by the way. So then I ended up making my entrance right here. And then I also met Yogi Bear, which is over there later on, after I asked him if he wanted to co-op on something. And yeah, so I ended up making a mace as well at one point. And then good luck. And then I also left diamonds at the end if they made it, but I think I took all the diamonds out. And a lot of people were doing it, so I also put like a feedback wall. So yeah, they gave a lot of feedback. I remember doing this. But I ended up making this right here, guys, and this is probably one of my first like nether type of builds or something. And this is one of the first times I actually tried to get a theme going. I remember just doing this whole area first, or actually did the building, but then I wanted to do like the outside, like the garden area. And like I said, this guy over here, he inspired me a lot. I forgot his name, to be honest. I can't remember his name, but I remember that I really wanted to impress him. I really wanted him to see like everything that I was working on, and him being just impressed in general. So I remember just working in this area over here, and then I ended up coming out with this building right here that I got a reference online, and I try to make it on here, but obviously it doesn't really properly like translate into Minecraft, so I kind of just winged it. And actually took me a long time. I think it took me longer to mine all the netherrack. And yeah, so I ended up doing this little area right here. We got a villager that escaped. What are you doing over here, dude? Yeah, so I remember just working in this area. This was like my a little smelting area, just because I ended up making a glass shop, like I mentioned, guys. So I took this really serious. I remember just, oh, I guess I had my ender chest in my offhand. But I ended up making a bunch of glass. So I made this little glass area where I would like start making all my glass, and then as well as you guys can see a bunch of it, I would just fill all my shulkers full of glass, and then also the dyes, and yeah, just get them ready to take them over there. So I ended up building this little smeltery area that ended up actually making bigger later on, which, guys, I smelted so much glass in this, and then I would use lava. I ended up finding a spot where I started gathering lava, and then yeah, ended up doing that, and then I just started getting a bunch of heads, as you guys can see here. I started just getting a bunch of them, collecting a bunch of them, and I never really finished. As you guys can see over here, this is when I extended the smeltery, just because I had so much, guys. I was mining so much sand. It's probably the most I've ever mined. So if we actually go into our tab, statistics, I think that's what it's called. So let me see. So if we go down here and try to look for sand, also a bunch of nether quartz, guys, because I started selling it as well. It was just one of those items I started selling, and then so I did a lot, guys. I did a lot. But all right, guys, so here it is. Sand, 375,000 sand mined, guys. 375,000. Isn't that crazy? Like I said, I was selling a lot of glass, and I would just go to the what's called, to a desert. That's the word I'm trying to look for. And I used to start doing that. So I also got a bunch of shulkers. Like I said, I used to sell them, some valuables. So I'm just gonna take these. I got a bunch of iron ore right here, redstone, and stuff like that. Food, rockets. I remember buying a bunch of rockets, and then I made this little rocket dispenser where it would dispense a bunch of rockets, and then I would pick them up, and then that's how much I was supposed to use like every day. And if I went over, because I didn't want to spend a lot of diamonds, right, on oh yeah, and I got a bunch of wood. I remember buying a lot of wood, so I would have probably had way more diamonds than I do right now, guys, if it wasn't for buying a bunch of wood before the update hit, because I wanted to make a castle in the overworld. And then Barbarison, he was actually the one selling wood, so I thought of using acacia wood, so I would buy so much wood from him. But I got a little smelting area right here, and then this is all the shulkers, guys, where I would fill up all these. I would fill them up with buckets of lava, and then I would just put them in all these chests right here. That way it could be non-stop smelting. So yeah, you guys can see there's a ton of buckets, a ton of like the 375,000 glass that I ended up mining. And then this was my little enchanting room. We head over here. I ended up making like a little aquarium right here with some of the heads, since they do have the moth heads. And then I wasn't able to finish this area right here. I actually had plans, but I think the update hit. And then I remember here, this is the items that I would use. It doesn't have the elytra. I wonder what happened to it. I might have it in one of my shulkers, but this is where every time that I would go shulker hunting to sell them, I would come in here, grab my shulker hunting gear, and then I would just head over there. So yeah, it was really cool. So then I ended up coming over here, and this is where I made my Nether Portal to actually go to the overworld. And then I have a bunch of these villagers, and I think this is the guy that ended up escaping. Either, yeah, it was that guy right there. That's the guy we saw down there. But this is where I would trade a lot of pumpkins, because that's how I was getting my emeralds, in order to, yeah, look at all these emeralds, guys. This is so crazy, because I was getting ready for the pillager update. So look at all these. And then I just started trading for glass with some of these guys once the update hit. And then over here on the side right here, I had like a bunch of mobs getting ready for the update, just in case I wasn't able to get some on the other side. And then as well some cows. And then this is where I would grow my wheat and stuff. I have that area blocked out because one of the moderators, since to relieve like some of the lag, he came, because I had him in boats, and he came and took down some of the deleted some of the boats, or came down and basically mined them. So the animals were on the loose, so he ended up building that little area. And then yeah, guys, so then this is where I ended up coming out, and it was in the snow area, which I wasn't too mad about, just because it fit the theme that I was going for. But then I ended up making this was my first storage room area, my first building out over here, just so I could have like a place to get started. And so I had a bunch of chests right here, and just basically where like that way I wouldn't have to go back all the way to the nether. And then I have a mining shaft down there where I was getting all my diamonds and stuff. So I had a bunch of stuff here, guys. Like I was so rich in this server, it's not even funny. And I'm not gonna take you guys in order. I think I'm just gonna go along, and then actually let me see if I could go over here and sleep. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Bocarito. But let me show you guys up here, because I didn't show you this building right here. But this was where I had my bed, and then I did a little bit of interior building, which I wasn't that good. It's something that I still need to work on, but this little building actually got me through like the first stages of this world. And then I added some armor stands just to make it look like there's actually people. And then I had a lot of plans, guys. There was so much, but I played so much, guys, that I kind of burned myself out. And then I have this little bell room, which like kind of has a bell at the top, but it's obviously, it doesn't work since it's a Minecraft bell, not the one that we have now. But it's just a giant bell made out of iron blocks. But yeah, so the theme that I was going for, guys, was kind of like a medieval style. This was really inspired by the Game of Thrones, because when I started building this, I had just finished building or watching, I mean, the Game of Thrones, and I fell in love with that series, guys. So I kind of wanted to theme it after that. And obviously you kind of need one of these towers, and this little hill actually like fit with that. And yeah, so I got another building right here. This is probably one of the last buildings that I did. If we go over here across, this was actually gonna be the console. I can't even say the word. But I remember just going into creative. It's one of the things that I started doing, was going into creative and then just coming out with like an idea of something. And then I ended up just coming back and just starting building it, and then from there I would just start building the rest. So I would just build like the frame a little bit of how I wanted it, and then I would build like one of these sections, and then just start building it on camera. And this is actually one of those buildings that I didn't finish. I did it, and then I just never got a chance to actually do the inside, because I had a lot of plans for this right here. And I remember just working on this. I was like, man, it's way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. And then I just wanted to make it kind of like the council room, where like they would, like, you know what I mean, everybody that would get together, the king and everybody, and yeah, basically like a meeting room. And we have Mike right there, so I use some of other people's heads. But yeah, so then one of the first buildings that I did was this one right here. So this was going to be a tower that I never finished. But this was gonna be like a second part to the main area, guys. That's the main thing that I did. That was gonna be my storage room, so that's like the focal point. It's gonna be like a castle, and then I ended up coming over here, and then I ended up doing this, which was, since I was gonna do a lot of mining, like I said, to sell glass, I needed some way to, because using the lava, guys, I needed to use something else. So I ended up making this right here. So I ended up making cove fans. I forgot what this is called, guys, but yeah. So still testing. Can that's paying right there. So I ended up making this area for the kelp blocks, and then this was my little storage room. So I filled this so many times, guys, it's not even funny. I ended up just doing this over here. I have like a little smelter, automatic smelter, so as soon as it filled up, it would go around, and I don't think there's any, yeah, I don't think there's any kelp blocks. It would use kelp blocks to smelt everything. So yeah, guys, so it's an automatic one where as soon as it fills up, it would go around, and then yeah, so it was all automatic. The only thing I had to do was fill it up with some dried kelp blocks. So I had a lot. That was my main smelter, or not my main smelter, but my main provider. And then I made these little shops right here, guys, and look at all these kelp logs. I have a ton of and I remember just starting selling them and obviously using them, but look at this, I have so many, and I think I have a shulker full of them right now. And oops, I got Panda's head right there. I got my own head, and yeah, so I made these little shops, and actually this is where I ended up meeting one of the moderators as well. I guess he ended up watching my episode, and then he realized that I ended up locking one of these stands, and then I wasn't able to edit it, and yeah, actually changed it for me, so that was really cool of him. So then I ended up making this one right here, and I wanted to make it kind of like for the, oh, we got a bad guy, I might have to kill him over here. I wanted to oh, the thing is, I need to be careful, guys, because I don't have armor. I only have I don't have diamond armor. I used the leather armor, and yeah. I don't know if you guys could tell, I just wanted to kind of fit into these times, and I ended up making this little the Knights Hall. That's what I wanted to call it. So then I wanted to pay homage to some of the people here that I met. So here's some of the people. And that's Steel Toad. I can't remember who this is. I think they changed their skin, because I don't remember him being like that. We got a Talk. We have Glorf over here leading them, Barbarison, and then myself. I think this was Mike. I can't remember who that was. I know Mike's head is different, so I don't think it's Mike's. We got Mike right there. And then we got Sherpa. Sherpa was the moderator that I was talking about, guys. They ended up helping us out. And then we got oh man, no, not Whitney, I forgot her name. Oh my god, it's gonna kill me, guys. But yeah, she was like somebody that, like, basically one of the main people on the server, and I can't remember her name, sorry. And she was actually really cool. She would always help people out, so I made her right there in the middle. So since this is the Knights Hall, I made it where yeah, this is basically where they lived. They had their horse stable over here, so I remember this so much, guys. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, like, I was so simple at building, you know what I mean? Like, now probably I could do a better job, but this was a lot for me. This was like a big thing for me, guys. So yeah, so then I just started doing these smaller buildings, just trying to follow the same theme. This is actually Lana's home of enchantment. So this was my enchantment room that I ended up making, and yeah, so I have all these paints kind of to make it look like it's magic and it's like floating and everything. But yeah, this became my enchantment room over here in the overworld. And then over here on this side, I forgot what this was. This was Mr. Loco's Metalworks, and then we got Mike coming now, so maybe he's the Loco. And I remember just doing this area and just working here. So this is where I would like get all my tools and save all my tools and stuff like that. And yeah, it's basically a smelter, guys. And yep, we have a bunch of pickaxes that I was gonna work on and make them all better. And yeah, so, and this is all decoration right here. There's nothing that I used or anything. I would have used the beds obviously whenever I was around, just because I don't like the nighttime. And yeah, so I remember just making this room right here, a little area outside over here. But man, this brings back so many memories, guys. And then the water tower, I remember I wanted to make a water tower, but I didn't know exactly how to do it and what materials to use, and I ended up using acacia wood, which makes it stand out so much. So I just wanted to make it where obviously people would spill water, and then obviously it made like a little pond right here. And then yeah, so I actually have some stairs to allow us to go up here. And then I made it seem like this is where you would pull up the cauldron with water, and this is the little area where you would get some. But I wanted to make this where it was just part of the world, you know what I mean, where this is how they live, this is how it was at that time. I wanted to like make it come alive. I don't know if that makes sense, guys, but I wanted to just make it seem like this is where everybody was and this is how it all was. And then also ended up making this right here, which is actually one of my favorite things that I did in this server, guys, or in this server, was the horse stables right here. And I remember just doing this, I was like, oh man, this looks so cool, like this looks so beautiful. And then I ended up getting a bunch of good horses as well, some really fast ones. I forgot which one it was. We might actually use one just to get around. I remember I had a really good horse. I can't remember which one it was, but I remember just working in this area, guys. This is, like I said, one of my favorite ones that I ended up doing. And this is the way to get out. Oh, we got some bad guys, right? Oh, there's so many of them. Why do I have so many? Maybe I could get them out. Can I get them to follow me? Oh no, look how many there is. Oh man, there's so many. Like I said, it's just two of us in the server, so I think that's why. And then I ended up not really doing much outside, guys, because I wanted to just start building a bunch, guys, you know what I mean. And let me actually leave the horse in here. He's probably gonna end up dying if I take him with me. And let me see if I could get out right here. Yeah, I think I ended up that slab just so I could do that. And then one of the other buildings that I ended up making was this one right here, which was gonna be a memento room. So if we go in here, what did I name it? Memento Museum. Where Lorf and Attack, they would do these like areas where they would hide a memento, which are basically heads, and people's different bases, guys. They had like a big impact in my experience here in the server, just because they were really great people. And they wanted to unite everybody. They wanted to like send people to other people's base, so they would hide these. For example, the Cash Kick Records, Horror Face, Golden Chalice. So they would make these books with the story, and then you would just go with it, you know what I mean. And you would go to people's bases and basically look for a chest where you were supposed to find this memento. And then obviously the more mementos you found, it was just a little cool experience that they did doing that. So let me just sleep really quick. And man, it's already almost an hour, guys, but we're almost there. I'm probably gonna do it a little bit quicker, but they ended up doing those memento rooms. And then this is actually the other side. And then this is another building that I ended up doing. This was gonna be like the one of the, like, I forgot what it was called. What did I name it? Loki, the right hand man of the king. This is basically his building, his house. He obviously had to live really close to the king. So I ended up making this area right here. There's like a tower right there that leads up, like this one right here. And then another thing that I ended up working on, guys, was this over here. Not that right here, this one, not that one. It was this one right here, which was the winery. Because in the Game of Thrones, they drank a lot of wine. There was like so much wine they drank, guys. So I ended up coming out with this area right here. So I wanted to do like a winery, that way it made sense, right? The way that that's how they would get their wine. And then I made it seem like this was where they would put all the grapes, and then obviously they would work with it in the winery. And then this was one of the carts where they would put all the stuff. Obviously they didn't have cars back at that time, but this is one of the winery that I ended up making, and I ended up naming Earl's Premium Wine. So a little winemaking area right here where they would store the wine. This is where this wheel would like kind of like squish all the grapes and basically make it into a liquid, and then they would just store them in these crates right here. Before we had barrels, this is what I ended up using to make it seem like there were crates, and then I added some wood because they were making the actual crates. And then I had to make Earl's, this Earl's Winery, so I had to make his house. So I ended up making this building right here that I never got to finish to do the inside. And then, man, we have so many of these guys here. But yeah, I ended up not being able to finish this area, but I did add his little horse stable just because I imagine that's how everybody would live, you know what I mean, with the horse, to get around and stuff like that, especially to work. So I was never able to finish his house, but I did. I like how it looked, guys. I like I said, I wanted to make it seem like it was all like it made sense, you know what I mean. If he had a winery, obviously Earl had to have a house, and then yeah, he had to live close to the king. And then I wanted to make it where they would get their food, so I made this little pig place, and then we got this person right here putting some food in there. And this is another area that I didn't finish, but I remember just building this. I had a lot of fun doing something like this, guys. Theme buildings. And then the pigs, this is where they would go inside to sleep when it was raining or when it was cold. And then I was able to jump that, and then I had to make a house. So this is John's pig farm. That's another thing that I never finished the inside other than a bed, just because I decided to add a bed in all the places. That way, if whenever I was working around here, I would be able to sleep, right? So then, before I show you guys these other buildings, I kind of want to show you guys what I did over here. So this is the memento room that I showed you guys. That's the horse stable, and then I ended up making this right here, which is gonna be Anna's cow farm. So this is where people, the butcher basically, so you would come here, you will order the beef or whatever you needed. And I think I did end up finishing the interior in this one. Obviously I'm not that great at it, guys, so it's okay. We have a bunch of cows over here. This was more for show than anything. It wasn't really like anything. I have a little water fountain that I have right here, and also have that stall which would sell leather. Since we had Anna's butchery right there, he would sell leather, so I have like a bunch of leather in those chests. That's where I would get it from. And this is another, I think this was towards the first 15 episodes where I ended up making this, because I needed XP, guys, and I also needed gold. So I made this gold farm, kind of like I got this idea from Steel Toad. So the way this works is that we have some snowmen that are up there with some pigmen, and they're actually throwing, I don't know if you guys can see it. The pigmen are actually going in a loop. They're going like up with the water pushing them, and then they come down, and we have some snowmen that are just throwing snowballs at them. I don't know if it's working, just 'cause I don't see no pigmen falling. Oh, there you go. And then so they make a man. Then I have a bunch of portals up there where they spawn. Then since they're mad, they're aggro, they get pushed, they come down here. There's a waterway that pushes them where they just fall to their death. And yeah, so this is where I would get my XP, guys. So I would just stay here, and if I ever had to man my tools, this is where I would do it. Although it wasn't the greatest thing, even though it took so long to build this, guys, it wasn't that efficient, it wasn't that great. But I do have a bunch of stuff. For example, here a bunch of gold nuggets, and just because this area was working as I was doing the building, because this actually took quite a long time to do this building because it's really big. And yeah, so that's one of the first buildings that I did. And then I ended up making another one. Man, there's so many of those guys here, the pillagers. This rabbit farm, where I ended up making like a rabbit breeder up there that didn't end up working, and then they would just the babies would fall right here, and then I would just kill them once they grew up. So I kind of wanted to make a little building for this, and yeah, so I would feed them right here, but I ended up taking it down just because it stopped working. And man, these guys are gonna get really annoying, guys. So hopefully I don't get a leader, because yeah, I'll probably start a raid or something. And then another of the buildings that I start, oh, that guy just jumped right into it. Where are these guys coming from? Oh man, look, they're coming from everywhere. Alright, oh, there's one right there. Oh, you guys are so annoying. Alright, so then I ended up making this. I think I did this one before that one, and this was supposed to be a parrot, my parrot like building. Oh my god, guys, there's so many of these. What are you guys doing? Get out of my house. Go away. This guy gonna come up? Yeah. I wish he would just go away. But I ended up making like a little parrot sanctuary. Look how many people there is. Oh no, I killed my bird. Oh no. I killed my parrot, guys. All because of these guys. Damn you guys. Damn you guys. You know it took so long to get the parrots here because the oh, I didn't get the bad omen. It took me so long to get these parrots here. Oh my god, go away. No, I killed another one. I'm sorry. Oh no, the parrot. It took me so long to get these guys here. So yeah, guys, I ended up making this little sanctuary for them, and unfortunately, these guys had to perish. I didn't know there were so many guys here. I think it's like I said, there's not that many people in the server, so I need to be careful. Like I said, I don't have anything. And then down here, I don't have nothing down there. And then a creeper blew up right there. I remember when that happened. So by this time, guys, I was taking the game a little bit more serious. I wanted to just progress a little bit more and get a little bit more better. So I ended up working on this building right here. So this is where I wanted to work a little bit more on details. So this was actually my concrete converter or whatever. So I did this upper building just to finish it. Like I said, I wasn't that good with interiors, and I wanted to work on like just details, guys. And then this is my concrete converter, so I would just come here and place the concrete, and yeah, that's what I would make it. And I wanted this to be like the stonemason of the area. So I ended up making this where like basically look, so many guys in here. Wow. Also got a horse stable over here. So the way I made it seem, it was like did someone open a chest or something? I heard like a chest open. Oh. Oh, he actually hit me. I'm lagging a little bit. Where's another guy? Is that it? I think that's it. But yeah, so I wanted to make it seem like this is the guy that would make all the stone. This is where they would get all the items from. So he had to have horses to drag all the stones and stuff like that from other places, and then this is where he would store them, and this is where he would work with them and basically make them into blocks. So I remember working in this building. And then as we go over here, I started getting a little bit more into the Game of Thrones experience, you know what I mean? And I ended up making this. So this is where I started doing trees, guys. I experimented in doing trees, and I made this little hot tub just because yeah, there's something that they had in the Game of Thrones. And then I made this into a forest. So I wanted to make it into a forest. And then we got some of the stone that would that would defeat some of the zombies, the White Walkers. Is that what I think that was what they were called. So I made this little pillar that would basically be magic, and that's what would basically hurt them. And let me see if I could sleep really quick, unless Volcarito can help me out, but I think he's probably not in the game no more. He probably left. But yeah, so then I made this area, guys. This actually took me quite a long time to build. All these trees are custom made, or at least most of them. And I remember just working with this area, and I kind of wanted to make it seem like a forest. Yeah, that me right now. I don't know who is he talking to, but I remember just working right here, and I remember just doing all these trees, and I wanted to go a little bit more into detail and make it seem like it was an actual forest. And it was like from a long time. If you guys watch the Game of Thrones, you probably get an idea. And then I ended up making this little bridge that would lead to another guy. This is where I started doing like more of a fantasy theme. Some of the first people that would live, basically the first, I don't know, I think it's Kids of the Forest or something like that. I can't remember, guys. It's been years since I watched that show. But yeah, so I wanted to make it, this is where the Kids of the Forest lived. And if you guys don't know Game of Thrones, they were basically the first people. And then the people came. Oh, where are you at? The people came, and then they ended up ruining, chopping down trees and stuff like that. So they ended up just taking down the forest and stuff. So then the children of the forest, they created the White Walkers, which would basically kill humans in return. And then I ended up making this tree god, which I remember being so mad, guys, due to this, just because it was really hard doing this tree, because I was actually experimenting. And he has kind of like a face right there, so if you guys seen the Game of Thrones, you guys know what a tree god is, and one of the gods, I guess. And I remember working with schematics. This is one of the first buildings that I worked with using schematics, and I didn't know how to use the schematics or schematic mod, and I had a hard time doing this, so I'm really happy with it. It came out amazing. I remember also working on this bridge because I wanted to make it old, and I've never done a bridge before this one other than that right there, but that's not a hanging bridge. And I just love this, guys. And I was gonna add like a bunch of trees, like I said, I didn't finish. But yeah, that's the little forest that I made. And then this was where the children of the forest live, so I wanted to make it seem like it was forestry, where they would live in mushrooms and stuff like that. So basically the children of the forest would be hiding, and I didn't get to finish this area, guys. I was really happy with this area just because I was trying something new. I was gonna fill this area with trees. I just wanted to get some of these trees, custom trees, out of the way, and then I was just gonna make a bunch of like normal trees like these right here, and make this into a forest. And I wanted to go really deep into detail like I did with the other ones right there, but this is the last thing that I really worked on, and I wasn't able to fully finish it, but I got a decent amount of stuff ready. As you guys can see, I have some shulkers here because this is one of the last places that I ended up working on. Overall, guys, I was really happy with this area. I like where it was going. And I remember I was gonna make like a little walkway leading to that mushroom right there, and all the mushrooms are custom as well. This was my tree farm because for the longest time I started selling wood. And then yeah, I think that's basically all I did right here, guys. This was actually a lot of work, a lot of episodes. I remember how many episodes I did, and this is another one that I ended up working towards the end. This was gonna be a sheep farm, since I have like a pig one, and I remember doing these, like basically this is where they would sell the sheep. You would come here and then you would order it, and yeah, they have the sheep right here in these racks. So I remember that this is where basically they would kill the sheep, so that's why we have a bunch of blood right here. And then yeah, they would just hang them up and then push them along. And yeah, so then this is where I was gonna have all the sheep. This was the little building. I think I ended up doing the inside of this one. I do. So yeah, I ended up doing a little bit of the interior, but yeah, this is probably one of the last places that I ended up doing. And then this is my mini, oh, can I fly? This is my mini what's it called, tree farm. So let me just give you guys an overall look, guys, of everything that I did. Oh yeah, and also over here I ended up doing oh, this is my smelter. This is my, I forgot about this. This is my smelter right here, guys. My like big smelter. or not my big smelter. What am I talking about? So in order to mend my tools, because the pig farm wasn't working too much, I ended up making this right here. So if we go down there, there's a bunch of cactus. It's a cactus farm, that's what I'm trying to say. So all the cactus would go up here, they would fall. There's like a lot of cactus down here, guys. It took me so long to do like 3 different chambers of a bunch of cactus. So there's like a minecart up there that would just, like, every time it would get full, it would go into these right here, and then yeah, and then this is, I would just get one of the items and it would give me all the XP. So that's what this is. Let me show you guys here in the background. But yeah, so it's kind of like one of those automatic ones, and yeah, so this is what I would use for XP. And then before the update, I decided to get a bunch of villagers, so that's what that is. Before the 1.13 update, which is right now, we're gonna go in, we're at 1.16, guys. And then obviously I needed to do a cathedral, a church, and yes, I wasn't able to finish it either. I had a lot of plans, but I kind of gave up in this, because this was actually when there was a fire in my town, guys. There was like a big fire that was threatening to burn my whole town, my whole city, and we had to evacuate quite a few times, and it was some scary time. And I think that's when I was working on this building right here, so I wasn't able to finish it. And then I remember doing this. This is one of the last things that I ended up doing, was I ended up making this pumpkin farm, and yeah, so I was getting a bunch of pumpkins right here with this, guys, and then I would just trade them with the villagers in order to get emeralds. So that's why I had so much emerald blocks there. This was before 1.14, guys, that way before the pillager update, because I wanted to get a bunch of emeralds, that way I could trade with villagers. And I think that's it right here for this world, guys. I did a lot more, but this is basically it. So now let me take you to my shop, and that way we could count how many diamonds I ended up doing. And then this is a failed attempt at something, so I'm not even gonna go into detail with that, but yep, let's go to our shop. Alright, guys, so we're reaching the new Nether hub. And look at this, guys. I just want to show you guys because this is just amazing. So this is a community group project that they ended up making, and it was funny because I had no clue about this. I wasn't aware of this going on, so I was like, why am I not getting any sales on my shop? Why isn't anybody here? How come I rarely see anybody and nobody's stocking their items? And I guess they ended up making a new one, which I wasn't aware of till later on. Because they, like I said, they're really how would I say it, guys, community based, the server, and they would all communicate in Discord, and then I wouldn't always be on Discord, so there was a lot of stuff that I missed, but I knew there was always something going on. But this ended up becoming the new Nether hub, and it's actually really big. Let's actually go down here because my little area. Oh, this is new. The mini mall. What's this? 3 diamonds each. Hyper Jimbo, he was literally selling 3 diamonds per box. So that just shows you guys right there, guys, how yeah, this was with the roses. So this was towards the end, because I don't remember this. Actually being here. So this is one of those new stores, but that's how that shows you right there. That says it all right there, how long this server went on for. But we have a bunch of these, and then mine is in one of the corners. I went through a different Nether portal, so that's why I don't know where it is. It's gonna be in that corner. It's probably to our right when we came out. But yeah, there's a bunch of it's 2 different floors, and then our store is right there. Yep, that's our store right there, guys. And I haven't been on here a while, so I haven't stocked up or nothing. And then I wasted a bunch of diamonds as well on this guy right here. He had a little gambling machine. So I would always come in here. But yeah, this is my glass shop. So I would sell wood for 2 stacks for a diamond, acacia wood 1 stack for a diamond, and then like I mentioned before, I ended up selling bricks 2 stacks for a diamond. And yeah, this is my little story, guys. Number 7 glass shop. So I ended up selling my glass shulkers for 8 diamonds. I remember I was selling them for like 12 diamonds and then 10, and then ended up making them for 8. And I guess I never restocked my shulkers, my glass. And then these never sold. I ended up making, since I had these color shulkers with the stained glass, I ended up just bringing all of them over here and selling them for 15 diamonds each, and they all sold except these 2 colors. So I guess that's something they didn't want. I never restocked the wood either, or the acacia wood. This was my little back area where just in case I had any extra stuff, this is where I would leave them. Because I would bring like these shulkers right here, guys, with the stuff, and then every time like someone would buy something, I would come in, I would restock it. But it seems like we sold everything and I never restocked, because I did come here a couple times. But let's see how many diamonds we actually have, guys. Look at this, bam. And overall during my season here, I had way more. I had way more diamonds, guys. I had stacks on stacks of diamonds. Like, you guys don't even know how many diamonds I had. I was, like I said, really rich, guys. Seems like couldn't find you, I'll pay you back. I don't know what that's about, but put that over here. So this is my toolbox, and then this is my armor box. So I think that's it. But yeah, guys, I had so many diamond blocks. At one point I think I had like 6 stacks of diamond blocks, and then I would buy, guys. Every time that I would log in, I would buy something. Like, I honestly would buy something. So that's a lot right there, guys. So let me head back home, because it seems like it's a little bit dark here, and we could count the diamonds, the final diamonds that I ended up making. Although I made way more, guys. Like, I was crazy rich in this server, and since I had so many diamonds, I would just like, I would always buy stuff even though I didn't need it. I had a little problem selling. Where am I at? Ooh, I wasn't aware of this area. Oh, this is in the overworld. Now I know where I'm at. Okay. Yeah, I don't know my way home from here, but yeah, let me go back over here. But yeah, guys, so let me head back home, and then we'll start counting some of the diamonds. Alright, so now we're back home, and actually it took a while, guys. I even ran out of food. But let me see, where's my food at? Where's my food? Another food right here. So we're just gonna get some golden carrots, and let's actually see our shiny box, which is right here, and we have a few more diamonds. Not too much though. Like I said, look at how many shulkers I have. I don't have any ore right here. Redstone, tools, rockets, mob drops, heads. Look at all the different heads we have as well. So yeah, we ended up getting a bunch of it. And so this is like the main stuff that I would use. So for example, nature specific box, wood, accessories. So this is what I would use when I wanted to build something. And I think that's it. I guess that's all our items. But let me see if I could put away some of this stuff. I'm just gonna pick a random chest and just put a lot of these things in there, since we're not gonna need them anymore. Where did I get that sword from? And yeah, so alright, so we have all these diamonds right here, guys. I'm not gonna like break them or anything. Let's just say that we have 120, at least 2, right? 2 stacks. Let's just say 2 stacks. We'll make it 2 stacks. But look at this, guys. Look how many diamonds I ended up getting. So how much is this? So if this is 2 stacks, which is right there, and then we have a stack right there, and then 1 single diamond, really. All right, so we ended up with 9, 18, no 8, 16, because yeah, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Yeah, so the 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 stacks. and a diamond. So let me see how much that is, guys. Alexa, was 64 times 22. All right, guys, so that's around 1,400 diamonds. Over 1,400 diamonds. That's what we ended up with, guys. Isn't that crazy? And I think in total I ended up with way more than that, guys. Like I said, I had like probably at one point like almost 6 stacks of diamond blocks, but I ended up spending a lot of them. But let me see if I could find, I wonder if the diamonds, yeah, right here. So 7,000, what is that? 7,000 times crafted times used. Is that what that means? 7 times. What about diamond blocks? Can we find diamond blocks? I know sand, like I said, sand. Oh man, I mine so much sand. I literally dug a whole desert before the update and after the update, guys. Like I ended up tearing 2 deserts completely apart. I remember that was kind of like my downtime. So I ended up getting 426 mine. That just gives you an idea that I did mine a lot, but not a lot, you know what I mean? So diamond blocks, so 575 blocks mined, guys. That's crazy. But that's gonna be our total, guys. Diamonds completely. Obviously that's, to me, that's rich. And I was even richer than that. Like I said, every time I would log in, I would go in and buy stuff. I would go to the Nether Mall, and for whatever reason I would mine stuff. And I would just buy a bunch of stuff, guys. A bunch of supplies, iron, whatever I thought was fit. And but yeah, look at all these diamonds. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, guys, so I think that's gonna be it. I think I'm gonna end up doing this a 2-episode part, just because it's gonna be really long. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys followed me on my run, or if you guys just went back and watched all the episodes, I just want to thank you guys. And it obviously started a little bit on the weird side, guys, just because I wasn't that good at making videos. And then I think you guys will notice that I started getting better and better, and then hopefully on the second season is gonna be even better than this one. So I'm really looking forward to it, guys, and hopefully you guys are too. And just in case any of my buddies from the server are watching this, I just want to say thank you for all the experiences that I had. You guys know who you are. I had a fun time. I did a lot more, guys. I did like a Halloween area, yeah, I did a lot, guys. I did a lot in this server, but I'm not gonna show exactly everything that I did, just because there was so much. But if you guys are watching this, I just want to say thank you guys for all the fun times, experiences, and everything. It was just a great, amazing experience for me here, especially because I don't know, I really like Minecraft, guys. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft. This is the first public server that I joined, and it was just amazing. It was a great experience. I'm glad I did it. So yeah, guys, so I gotta say thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, guys, and subscribe for more videos, and stay tuned for season 2. So we got the season 2 hype. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more videos, and I guess I'll just catch you guys on season 2 later, guys.